So we do believe long-term in the value of Bitcoin, so it is our intent to hold what we have long-term and continue to accumulate Bitcoin from transactions from our customers as they purchase vehicles. Specifically with respect to things we may do, there are things that we're constantly discussing. We're not planning to make any announcements here, and we're watching this space closely. So when we're ready to make an announcement on this front, if there's one to come, we'll certainly let you all know.
Hey, I'm Stephen and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you're a crypto nerd, it is your lucky day. In this video, we're going to be discussing some of the fascinating comments made by Zachary Kirkhorn, Tesla's master of coin. Actual title, I can't believe what trolls these guys are, which seem to suggest to me that Tesla's working on something in the crypto space bigger than just making some transactions and buying a little bit of Bitcoin here and there. So in this video, I'm going to share my thoughts and speculations about what exactly is going on. What's Tesla's secret cryptocurrency project? What's coming? Is a new product coming? Is there a new option for existing customers to do something in the crypto space? Is Tesla working on their own cryptocurrency? Let's get into the video. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
Master of Coin, can you tell us anything about Tesla's future plans in digital currency space?
Can we all just take a moment to appreciate the ridiculous trolling that Tesla has done here with these recent title changes? This is the CFO of the company, right? The Chief Financial Officer being addressed on the earnings call as the master of coin. I mean, one of the world's largest companies. No one else would have the balls to do this, would they? I love it.
Or when any such major developments might be revealed.
So, as I noted in our opening remarks, and we've announced previously, so Tesla did invest $1.5 billion into Bitcoin in Q1, and then we subsequently sold a 10% stake in that.
So for those who aren't aware, Tesla purchased around $1.5 billion of Bitcoin earlier this year. That Bitcoin today, even after selling $100 million worth of Bitcoin just to test liquidity in the market, worth $2.5 billion. Yeah. Tesla made $1 billion in a few months' time purchasing Bitcoin. Of course, this was kind of inevitable. If a company the size of Tesla buys Bitcoin, it could almost become a self-fulfilling prophecy that over the medium term, there's going to be some strong price increases there. Just imagine if Tesla came out tomorrow and said, hey, you know what? We've put $10 billion in Bitcoin. What do you think is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin if they announce that?
We also allow customers to make vehicle deposits and final vehicle purchases using Bitcoin. And so where our Bitcoin story began, maybe just to share a little of the context here, Elon and I were looking for a place to store cash that wasn't being immediately used, try to get some level of return on this, but also preserve liquidity. Particularly as we look forward to the launch of Austin and Berlin and uncertainty that's happening with semiconductors and port capacity, being able to access our cash very quickly is super important to us right now. And, there aren't many traditional opportunities to do this, or at least that we found and in talking to others that we could get good feedback on, particularly with yields being so low and without taking on additional risk or sacrificing liquidity. And Bitcoin seemed at the time, and so far has proven to be a good decision, a good place to place some of our cash that's not immediately being used for daily operations or maybe not needed till the end of the year, and be able to get some return on that.
Now, we really have to commend Tesla for having both the balls and the brains to make their Bitcoin investment. First of all, this is a controversial decision. A lot of people got butthurt and triggered. A lot of people freaked out. A lot of people who hate the idea of Bitcoin sold out of Tesla. Oh my God, they bought Bitcoin, I'm done. A lot of people, you shouldn't be speculating on assets. No, just keep it in cash, rah, rah. Now, I do understand why people have that perspective, but I don't think it's the right perspective, okay? Tesla took a small portion of their cash, put that in an asset that they believed had a reasonable chance of appreciating over time and would remain relatively liquid. And so far, it has proven out to be a great decision. But if we take a step back, it's not so much that Tesla invested Bitcoin, It's more the fact that Tesla were not satisfied with having a mountain of cash, literally $20 billion wasting away as cash. Tesla weren't satisfied with the status quo. They always look to do more. They're such a resourceful company. We've seen this. Out of nowhere, in a few months, Tesla's made $1 billion with their eyes closed by purchasing Bitcoin. Now, of course, this could have panned out differently. That's not the point. The point is Tesla was seeking something better. It doesn't matter what part of the business you look at. Tesla does things differently, better, smarter. They're always looking to be more resourceful, do more with less, get the most out of things, optimize, optimize, optimize. Tesla is an optimization machine, and this Bitcoin purchase is just one of the many examples of that.
And, I think one of the key points that I want to make about our experiences in the digital currency space is that there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic here. We're certainly watching it very closely at Tesla.
Two hugely important statements there from the master of coin. The first of which, there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic here in terms of the cryptocurrency space. A lot of reasons. One more time. There's a lot of reasons to be optimistic here. This is very bullish. And we're watching it very closely at Tesla. We're not watching it vaguely. We're not watching from a distance. We're not paying a little bit of attention. We're watching it very closely. All you need to do is listen to the words being spoken by the man who is in charge of the coin at Tesla, and you'll understand there's something brewing here. This isn't just about that initial Bitcoin purchase. There's got to be something more here. The question is, what? We'll address that soon.
Watching how the market develops, listening to what our customers are saying. But, thinking about it from a corporate treasury perspective, we've been quite pleased with how much liquidity there is in the Bitcoin market. So our ability to build our first position happened very quickly. When we did the sale later in March, we also were able to execute on that very quickly. And so as we think about kind of global liquidity for the business and risk management, being able to get cash in and out of the markets is something that I think is exceptionally important for us.
So a really important point here, Tesla's reason for selling $100 million worth of Bitcoin during the quarter wasn't because they'd lost conviction in Bitcoin or because they needed the cash, but just to test liquidity in the market in terms of actually selling Bitcoin. So here we are over on Twitter. This is a tweet from Dave Portnoy, one of the all-time worst investors ever, highly emotional, FOMO-driven, bandwagon-focused. Now, by the way, I'm not hating on Dave here. The guy's an absolute beast in business, but he's a fucking terrible investor and he should just give up. So with that said, here's what Dave asked yesterday, of course, jumping to conclusions and making some assumptions, of course, asking for the people. He's trying to help here, but his approach, it's hilarious. Didn't even look into any information, just immediately leapt to conclusions. It's a good thing that Elon Musk actually responded to this tweet, because a lot of people will look at Dave's tweet and go, oh yeah, they must not like Bitcoin anymore. I better sell. So let's see what happened. So, am I understanding this correctly? Elon Musk buys Bitcoin, then he pumps it, it goes up. Then he dumps it and makes a fortune. Listen, I own one Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is exactly who we thought it was. Just don't be the last one hodling the bag. Dave Portnoy there, in his mind, probably correlating, GameSpot equals Bitcoin. Not quite the same case. Elon Musk responding here, no, you don't, as in you don't understand correctly. I have not sold any of my Bitcoin. Just want to jump in here. Elon has personally been purchasing Bitcoin in his personal name and also some Dogecoin as well, apparently. But this has nothing to do with Tesla's decision to sell. Tesla sold 10% of its holdings essentially to prove liquidity of Bitcoin as an alternative to holding cash on the balance sheet. So it's good that Elon was able to clarify that. Tesla not selling because of any reason other than just to test the liquidity. Of course, as Zach mentioned earlier, they need to be able to liquidate if necessary in a short period of time. Now they know they can. Another tweet here from Documenting Bitcoin. Tesla stress tested Bitcoin. Did it pass Elon Musk? Elon replies, yes.
So we do believe long-term in the value of Bitcoin, so it is our intent to hold what we have long-term and continue to accumulate Bitcoin from transactions from our customers as they purchase vehicles.
So I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but the folks over at ARK Invest, Kathy Wood and Co. actually believe there's a very strong chance that Bitcoin could climb to over $500,000 per Bitcoin in the medium term, depending on whether or not corporations and investment firms actually put some Bitcoin on the balance sheet. If that were to occur, and Tesla continue to hold on to their Bitcoin, their existing balance, forget about any new purchases and retaining that Bitcoin as well, just the stuff they've got on the balance sheet, that could grow for 10x's to about $25 billion worth of Bitcoin. Kind of insane. That's more cash than Tesla has on the balance sheet today in total. Not saying this will happen, but it's an interesting possibility.
Specifically with respect to things we may do, there are things that we're constantly discussing. We're not planning to make any announcements here. We're watching this space closely. So when we're ready to make an announcement on this front, if there's one to come, we'll certainly let you all know.
Dude, there is so much to discuss here. Zach, very careful with his words. Let's review what he just said. He talked about things we may do in the crypto space. Then he also said that there are things we're constantly discussing, not occasionally discussing, constantly discussing. He also said we're not planning to make any announcements here, which to me suggests that in the future, one or more announcements probably will occur, just not on the Q1 2021 earnings call. Zach also reiterated that Tesla is watching the space closely and gave it away when he said, when we're ready to make an announcement on this front, and quickly course corrected and said, if there's an announcement to come, we'll certainly let you know. In my opinion, there is definitely something brewing here. It's only a matter of time until we hear more. So let's speculate about what that might be. So it's now time to go completely off the deep end and speculate. I do not have any evidence at all for what I'm about to propose may be coming. I'm simply trying my best to join the dots, look at the clues, and follow the breadcrumbs. So with that said, I have two potential predictions. The first of which, I believe that it's a possibility in the future that Tesla may allow owners of Tesla vehicles to enable some form of cryptocurrency mining. Now, this may work two different ways. The first of which, when the car's not in use, maybe you'll be able to use it to mine some crypto. Great. But what if in addition to that, Tesla owners can select to drive in crypto mining mode, which will drain a little bit more energy than using the vehicle just for regular use because it's also mining some crypto in the background with spare compute. In exchange for a slight hit on performance, a loss of range, etc., your car can be printing you money, literally mining Bitcoin while you're using it or while you're not. Now, again, I do not know that this is going to happen, but I do know that there's enough hardware in a Tesla that this is theoretically possible, which would be pretty fucking awesome. Just imagine that. Buy a Tesla and you can use it to partially pay for its own costs by mining crypto over time. And by the way, I do have to give credit to my wonderful Patreon supporters. This is a question that's come up a few times in my Q&As. By the way, if you aren't already on my Patreon, you are totally missing out. Well over 70 exclusive videos, some Q&As, special other videos on there as well. Lots of content if you're interested. This is the place where all these early seeds for a lot of my videos come up. Someone asks a question, I'm like, oh, great question. I answer it. Next minute, you got a video a few days or a week or two later. So if you want the latest breaking thoughts, what I'm thinking about Tesla, some of these ideas, including whether or not you can mine crypto with the Tesla, already covered on my Patreon. So check it out if you haven't already. By the way, I don't need the money, so don't feel obliged to support just because you want to. But if you'd like access to that content, those Q&As, the ability to ask regular questions, get my thoughts and insights, why not? So the first possibility there, maybe in the future, Tesla will enable Tesla owners to actually mine cryptocurrency from their Tesla vehicle. The second possibility, what if a new product's coming soon that integrates with solar and home batteries, Tesla's Powerwall, to allow you to use your excess energy to mine crypto? Shout out to Gally for recently mentioning this idea. It's also something that's come up in the past on my Patreon Q&As. This is also a very strong possibility. Just think about this for a while. If you have excess energy generation, you've got more energy than you need for your home, you can sell that back to the grid. What if instead you have the option to at least use some of that surplus energy, which is literally surplus, right? It's not costing you anything. It's above and beyond your own needs. What if you could use that surplus energy to mine crypto and reduce your overall cost of energy usage at home? This would be an incredible idea for Tesla. Will it happen? I don't know. Could it happen? Most definitely. And there is a third option, although honestly I rate this as a fairly low probability. I'd love to be wrong, but honestly, yeah, I don't really see this as super likely. Maybe Tesla's working on Tesla Coin, their own cryptocurrency, their own digital asset, something along those lines. Once Tesla, the business, has grown to a reasonable size, which it already has, but I'm not talking about market cap, more total revenue, sales, etc., total install base. Maybe the Tesla ecosystem itself will be big enough that they can create their own digital asset, their own digital currency. People can transact on that within the Tesla platform, buying over their updates, software upgrades, etc. I'm rating this as a relatively low probability, but not ruling it out completely. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Do you think that something's brewing here? Is Tesla working on a secret crypto project, maybe enabling users of the Tesla vehicles to actually mine crypto from their Tesla? Or maybe a new product that integrates with Powerwall and solar at home to do some mining with surplus energy. Maybe even Tesla is working on their own cryptocurrency. Let me know in the comments below. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.